Dhaka, a city that never sleeps. By day, its streets are alive with people, traffic, and noise. But by night, something else awakens. On Airport Road, just a few miles from the heart of the city, there's a legend that refuses to die. A story of a ghostly woman who roams the highway, seeking something or someone. Who is she? What does she want? And why do so many people claim to have seen her? Tonight, we explore the eerie tale of the Dhaka Airport Road ghost, a story that's both terrifying and tragically real. Urban legends have always been a part of our culture. They're the stories we whisper to each other late at night, tales of the unknown, of spirits that lurk in the shadows. And the Dhaka Airport Road ghost is no different. But what makes her story so chilling is that it's not just a rumor. Hundreds, maybe thousands, claim to have seen her, especially late at night. It usually starts the same way. A driver is heading down Airport Road after dark, tired from a long day. The road is quiet, the streetlights casting long shadows across the pavement. Suddenly, out of nowhere, they see her, a woman dressed in white, standing in the middle of the road. At first, it seems like an ordinary person, someone lost or maybe in need of help. But as the car gets closer, the driver realizes something isn't right. She doesn't move. She doesn't even react. And then just as quickly as she appeared, she vanishes. There are countless stories from drivers who claim to have encountered her. Taxi drivers, truckers, night shift workers, people who spend most of their time on the road. One driver, a taxi operator, recalled an experience he'll never forget.
It was past midnight. I was into my home, heading toward the city. The road was empty, and I was tired. Suddenly, I saw her standing in the middle of the road. I hit the brakes, but when I looked again, she was gone. There was no trace of anyone, just an empty road.
Another driver mentioned a similar experience. His headlights flickered as he drove along the stretch, and for a moment, he thought it was just a power issue with his car. But then he saw her, the figure of a woman, pale, motionless, her eyes staring right at him. He swerved to avoid her, but when he looked back in the rearview mirror, the road was empty. These are just two of many similar stories, and they all point to the same unsettling truth. Something strange happens on this road. But why this road? Why Airport Road? To understand the legend, we need to dig deeper into its history. Some say that the ghost is the spirit of a woman who died in a tragic accident many years ago. The details are murky, but the story goes that she was hit by a speeding car late one night, and ever since, her restless spirit has haunted the road, replaying her final moments over and over. Others believe she was a victim of something even darker. Some claim she was murdered, her body dumped on the side of the road, her soul forever trapped in the place where she met her end. Could it be that this road, which connects some of the busiest parts of Dhaka, is home to more than just traffic and noise? Could it be haunted by a spirit, unable to move on? While many are convinced that the Airport Road ghost is real, others offer more rational explanations. Psychologists believe that stress, exhaustion, and the dangers of driving at night can cause hallucinations. Our minds play tricks on us, especially when we're tired and anxious. What drivers are seeing, they argue, could just be the result of fatigue and the human brain's tendency to make sense of shadows and fleeting movements. But then again, how do you explain the consistency of the reports? So many people from so many different backgrounds have reported seeing the same thing, a woman in white, standing on the road and vanishing before their eyes. Could all of these experiences be hallucinations? Or is there something more, something we can't easily explain? Ghost stories are deeply rooted in our culture. In Bangladesh, tales of spirits or of bhuts have been passed down through generations. From the jungles of the Sundarbans to the haunted railway stations of Kushtia, these stories are everywhere. They serve as both entertainment and as warnings, often cautioning us about the dangers of the unknown. The Dhaka Airport Road ghost fits perfectly within this tradition. It's a story that taps into our deepest fears, the fear of the unknown, the fear of being alone in the dark, and the fear of what might be lurking just beyond our vision. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, there's no denying that these stories have a powerful effect on people. They make us more cautious, more aware of our surroundings, and in some cases, more fearful. Some people believe that the story of the Dhaka Airport Road ghost is less about the supernatural and more about road safety. Every year, hundreds of accidents happen on this stretch of road, often due to reckless driving or poor visibility at night. Could the legend of the ghost be a way to remind drivers to slow down, to be careful? It's possible that over time, the tragic accidents that have occurred here have been transformed into a ghost story, a way for people to cope with the senselessness of it all. But even if that's true, it doesn't explain the countless sightings of the woman in white. So, is the Dhaka Airport Road truly haunted? Or is this just another urban legend, a ghost story we tell to explain the unexplainable? The truth may never be known, but one thing is certain. For those who've encountered her, the woman in white is very real and very terrifying. Next time you find yourself driving down Airport Road after dark, remember this story. Keep your eyes on the road, but also keep them open for the unexpected. You never know, she might be watching you.